Welcome to Entrepreneurs and Leaders. And today we have Deborah, which is the founder of the Mentor Project. So Deborah, tell us, what are the 5 steps that university students should be taking in consideration in order to choose the right mentor for themselves?
Welcome to Entrepreneurs Are Leaders podcast with Harry Sardinas. Interviews with world's most influential entrepreneurs that share tips about how to grow your business exponentially. Charismatic speaking, leadership, branding, marketing strategies designed to help you monetize your knowledge, find true happiness, and manifest your goals and dreams.
First of all, I'd say that students should not choose one. They should choose as many mentors as possible.
I agree 100%.
Who doesn't want help from as many people as possible? We all think we just need a mentor. You need millions of mentors, as many as you can get. And the second thing is that you should not be thinking that a mentor is burdened by you asking them for some advice or for some guidance or help. People love to give guidance and help and support.
Absolutely.
You make them feel important. So know that when you're asking them, and if you're too shy to ask in person, send an email, write a note, but ask, right? So get as many, and you should make sure to ask. And another thing you should know is that you don't have to ask for a mentor or seek a mentor who's in your area that you think you want to go into. Because people have ideas and expertise in all sorts of different areas, and that person may be just the person who knows somebody or who can guide you and get you over that crossing line that you're looking for. And another thing that you should really consider thinking about if you're looking for a mentor is, how are you going to be giving back to them? What are you offering them? Most people think of finding a mentor as saying, "Ooh, what can I get from somebody?" But what are you offering to them as value? And the biggest thing you can offer to them is that you are going to take their information and do something important with it, that you value what you're giving to them. So if you're able to articulate that to somebody, it's going to be really helpful for you to make a good, solid mentoring relationship. And finally, you should be looking for a meaningful connection, somebody that you are going to want to continue to work with over and over and over again.
And then, Deborah, you mentioned something really powerful, that which the students, they should have more than one mentor. And you want to redefine mentorship. We talk about that before the broadcast. So what is your concept of your definitions of mentorship? And why it's important for the students?
Oh, mentorship is so important. Look, we don't get anywhere by ourselves. You can have as much smarts and brains and whatever and ability, but we all need somebody else. If you look at all the top entrepreneurs in the world, every big techie, any tech explosion, it wasn't done by one person.
Absolutely.
There were mentors who helped get people places and to make things happen. So mentoring, if I were to define that, and I really want to give the definition because mentorship got hijacked by corporate America. So people have been defining it differently all over the place. And it makes it hard for people to know what is a mentor and what is a coach. What is a mentor and what is an advisor?
Tell us what's the difference.
So I'll tell you the difference. First, I'll define it and then I'll give you the difference. So if you think mentorship is 5 things, it's 5 ingredients. If you like brownies, it takes about 5 ingredients. If you leave out the sugar, it's going to look like it, but it'll taste very different.
Absolutely.
So mentorship is the same way. You need 5 things. One is generativity. This is an emotional, developmental life stage that we reach that is just like walking and talking. We're built to do it. So what this stage is, it's where after we've gotten all of our knowledge, we've taken in information, we want to give it back to people because it makes us feel like we matter in the world. It makes us feel like we're relevant, like we are useful, and that we have a legacy in a way. So it's super important to have generativity there. And part of that is that person needs somebody to take that information. So if I said, hey, I would love to be able to give you information about something that I'm an expert in, but no one wants that information, I, the mentor, will feel terrible because I'm not a mentor. I'm living like Daffy Duck on top of my pile of riches all by myself. So a mentee, what we need is a mentee to take that. We need two people involved in this generativity. The second thing is we need an intrinsic motivation. You have to want to do it. If you are being paid to mentor, you are not a mentor. You are a coach. You are an advisor. You are someone who's getting paid to do that as your job. So if I were to say to you, hey, Harry, do you want to go volunteer your time at a soup kitchen, giving out food and beverage to hungry, thirsty people? You might say, yeah, sure. Even though you're not getting paid, you'd feel so good.
I done it. I actually done it several
Right?
times.
And
Oh, yeah.
what if I said to you instead, take that time that you would have been going there and go do it at Starbucks? Nobody wants to do that. You expect to get paid if you go to Starbucks. It takes that same feeling and makes it like an ick, right? And that's what being paid to be a mentor at work is. It's not really being a mentor. It's taking that really good feeling that you get and making it feel like you're being exploited in some way. So you have to have the intrinsic motivation to do it. Third thing is that you have to have a meaningful connection. You have to like the person. If I pair you up with somebody and you're like, I'll meet with them every week, but I'm too shy to say I don't want to meet with them. I don't really like them, but I'll do it anyway. That's not mentoring. And so we have to know that it's not a failure if you say no to somebody that's offering to mentor you, or if a mentee says, you're not right for me. That's not a failure. It's like making friends. Are we friends with every single person that we pass by? No. So then the next thing is that we have to trust the person. So imagine you go to work or you go to somebody above you and you are wanting some advice. We often don't want to tell our boss that we don't know everything that we're supposed to know. It makes us feel vulnerable. It makes us feel like, they might not give us a raise, or they might not promote me, or they'll think less of me. So we have to, first of all, trust our mentor, and the mentor has to trust the mentee that they're not going to run away and steal our ideas. Right? So if you're an entrepreneur, do you want somebody coming in and saying, I'm going to run off with that idea? So we have to both be in a trusting relationship. And finally, there has to be a goal. So if you are just chit-chatting with somebody, that's your friend. But if you have a goal and I say, hey, I'd like to help you with this, and you say, great, I'd love that help from you, then we're in a mentoring relationship. And that goal can shift and change over time, but we need all of those 5 things. So if you are someone who's coaching, you're getting paid. It looks and smells and feels a little bit like mentoring, but you're getting paid. And you are in a structured relationship. Mentoring doesn't have to be in a structured relationship. If you're in a university and you have an advisor, they're getting paid. I work in a university. I get paid to advise students. I'm not their mentor. I'm their advisor. So if it's outside of school, then you're their mentor. So think of these and think, I want them all. You should be saying, I want every one of these things. I want to have a coach. I want to have a mentor. And I want to have 10 mentors. And I want to have an advisor. I want to have a sponsor. I want to have a rich network. We want it all, and we should have all of it. But we should know.
Yeah. And then you see the most wealthy and successful people in the world, they have a lot of coaches. Not only one. They have business coach. They have fitness coach. They have in every single area of your life, they have relationships coach. So I agree 100% with you that we should have as many mentors as possible, because that will enrich us, and this is how successful people operate. That the reason why they are successful is because they do have a lot of mentors around. They have a lot of coaches. They have they are open to the idea. They know that someone can help them out. But on the other hand, I know why your mentors are so enrolled in your project, and it's only one reason, because see, when you reach certain level, money won't give you fulfillment, but when you change the life of someone, that makes a huge difference. In you get paid with another currency. It's better than money. You get paid with love, with appreciation. Even you become more happy, so you don't get sick. So the whole dynamic change, and I have noticed this in my own experience when with We had done some charity conference charity where we haven't charged for the conference, and we can see the big impact that we have done in that community, and how these people look at you, and you feel in that conference that you didn't charge any money, that those one that you enjoy the most. So that one, because you know that you make a difference on the life of the people, and so the whole point of the story is that as mentors, right, as coaches and as mentors, there are some level in the life of the entrepreneurs, or in the life of any success anyone have achieved, that you're not seeking even for money anymore. You're looking for fulfillment, and that is gonna be the next drive. And nothing better to give you fulfillment than somebody full of energy, full of joy and happiness, like university student. I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of them in so many different areas, from you name it, marketing, sales, lot of different business development, you name it. And you do have to be patient. Yeah, I had to say that they're very driven, and they really want to learn fast. You have to have that patience and give them some space for they go out and do research, and try to understand what you're trying to articulate them. Yes, sometimes they are concepts that they're not familiar, but the positive thing about it is that they're very eager to learn, and it's amazing to be in the space when you have someone that you say, okay, why you don't do research on this and this, when they do internships in our organizations, for example. We have, like I said, more than hundreds of them that have been passed through our organization, and they are amazing when you connect with them, when you find out exactly what they really want to achieve in life. And I always telling them, when they come to my organization, said, okay, what do you want to learn? Yeah, why you here? No, I want to learn about this. But for what? No, because I want to start my own business. So I want to find a job. I say, okay, fine, good. I'm gonna give tasks relate to you specific for what you want to learn, because this is what you want to learn. Okay, I'll I shape the task, and we're gonna shape it more in what you really want to learn, and let's see what you can do. And you will be surprised the level of performance, how much attention they pay to every single minute that they spend with me, and it's a lot of joy and a lot of fun. And they come out with some reports and some studies. Amazing. They're so clever, I have to say. Yeah, the young people today, so clever, and just need to guide them a little bit, and you will be impressed what they can produce. And that's the truth. I want to give the thank you for you to create this project. Is amazing, and definitely will change the life of the university student, because at the end of the day, the university students suddenly been lost. Like I shared with you, I've been asked to go on a speaking conference out there in Latin America, where they know for sure there is no job opportunity for all of them graduated, then they call me, Harry, come and give us a conference about entrepreneurship, because we know that 50% of them, after they graduate, they're not gonna have a job, and they have to create their own job. So can you start to teach them and give a conference about some basics, how to create and start your own business? So Deborah, your program don't serve only US. It's a global project, and you helping people from different countries. So how much do you think that we should encourage entrepreneurs into the entrepreneurship in the university student? As I said, not all countries can actually provide job for the graduates, and they have to be aware that at some point, probably they in this competitive marketplace, where they can have an online business and so on, they can create their own job. And for that, maybe then you need a mentor that guide you through that process.
Yeah.
So, how important do you think is encourage entrepreneurship into the university students around the globe? Yeah.
I think it's 100%. And here's why. I got my degree in psychology. You have to learn entrepreneur skills, right? I got my doctorate in that. I don't walk out and people don't just pass me in the street and say, hey, I'd like your services, right?
Exactly.
Person you
Yeah.
think of really needs entrepreneur skills, right? Because you have to sell yourself in some businesses. If you're a
Hmm.
doctor, if you're a lawyer, if you're, a psychologist, it doesn't matter. Most people think you're starting some kind of a company that has to be like a tech giant or something. But really, it doesn't. Entrepreneurship is all sorts of fields in all areas. So, yes, could they start an online business? For sure. Could they do something that is with a person in another country? Absolutely. We did hackathons with kids from 3 different countries,
Wow.
and I say kids loosely. It was students from Argentina with the US and then some students from Russia. And this was, right, I think 2020 or 2021. And those students all worked together. And we thought, oh, there'd be a language barrier. No, there's Google Translate. And somehow the
Wow.
students in the US and Argentina managed to communicate. And they were on a hackathon. They had a weekend to solve a big problem. So why wouldn't students around the world decide to make companies with each other?
Hmm.
We really have
Absolutely. So possible. Yeah.
yeah. We have to think of the world as one big opportunity for connection. And we have to start with ourselves, connecting ourselves with others. Because if I'm a student and I make connections with people, I'm probably going to find an area that I said, oh, I didn't know that I would need to be an entrepreneur if I wanted to become a doctor or a lawyer, or I didn't know that I would need to be, that I could do this kind of job because I thought you had to be a techie to do that. Well, oftentimes a techie needs somebody in the humanities to make something happen.
Well, definitely the tech in sales and marketing. This I can tell you for sure.
Yes. So if we connect, and it's a very lonely existence if you go out there all by yourself and you
Oh,
try to master things. And honestly, if you are not accessing a mentor, all of those people that you didn't access, it's like burning down a library of knowledge.
mhm.
You've wasted all this talent and knowledge that could have been helping you to further something out there in the world. So it's your duty to go and engage with a mentor.
Yeah. So then, the next topic I want to talk to you is to talk with you is about this global social responsibility, because in this world that we live in today, social responsibility is a big thing. And again, you are leading an organization where are putting together university students globally, and you share with us, the possibilities those students have unlimited possibilities, and they are all interconnected together if they are all collaborated, and because at the end of the day they're moving forward in the world that they're gonna live in. Yeah, because this the planet that we're living in, and people think that being social responsible is, or having a business like you have, an organization like you have, what they have a strong values in social responsibility. People think that being social responsibility is just about take the plastic bottle and put it in a recycled plastic container, and well, I'm contributing to society, and I'm socially responsible. But it's a little bit more than that. It's about create platforms and framework like you have done to make a better world for everybody. And
Yeah.
takes a lot of work, a lot of understanding. So and also enroll the mentors, enroll the people into the vision that let's collaborate, let happy show that we can have a better world together, and those students can thrive and can create something more positive. Do you think that government should be helping you to do that? Why you have to come on with the idea? Should be the job, right?
I think that, what's the most exciting to me is seeing people who join our innovation lab and they come up with things that we would never think of. Ever. There was a 14-year-old girl, she got written up in Forbes
Wow.
because she was in one of the innovation lab groups, and it was really amazing. There were like 18-year-old boys and that were in here, and then this younger girl had an idea that all of the cybersecurity experts that we know were like, wait a second, that is an amazing idea. She had this idea that was for apps to put a red, green, or yellow light on whether it was appropriate for younger people. And it was something that nobody else thought of, but she did. And she was a liberal arts, humanities person. She was just there to offer this sort of idea. I think that it should be that we are really utilizing each other. It shouldn't necessarily come from the government to say, here's an idea for you. We should be coming up with these, because if a 14-year-old can make change, then why shouldn't it be everybody else? Like every student listening should be saying, that should be me. And we should not pigeonhole ourselves into waiting for somebody else to make the first move. And we should, to say, here's your time. Right now, there's a door open for everybody to walk through. And if you connect yourself with people of different backgrounds that are different from yours, you'll probably come up with an idea that could change something and be your big entrepreneurial debut into the work world.
Exactly. But then, Deborah, we need frameworks. So when those students get comfortable, we need organization to support.
For sure.
For that, anyone is helping you with this? Any organization? Any help from the government? Any help from anywhere?
We don't have any of that help.
Why they should help you?
Yeah, I would love to have help from all kinds of people. We, the Mentor Project itself does not have.
How long is the Mentor Project?
5 years.
Wow.
So, we started out with only $547. So let me just tell you this, so that if there's a student listening, they think, I don't have enough money or I don't have enough resources. We did not plan to start the Mentor Project. It happened. Here's how it happened. We found, I was studying, I'm a psychologist, like, why would I want to start the Mentor Project? What happened was I was studying all the things no one wants to have or get. I study aging, and most people are afraid of all the things that I was studying, Alzheimer's disease, end of life, all of that, right? So not a fun cocktail party person. So what do we have to look forward to? And I had to look. And one of the things that we look forward to in midlife, that there's a ton of research on, that there's all kinds of things that were talked about, but it wasn't making it into the mainstream, was how we have a desire to give back so that we have meaning in our own lives, so that we feel like we matter. That's volunteering, philanthropy, and mentorship. And you lit up, Harry, every time you talked about yourself doing that. And every time you talked about giving back, you lit up. You had a big smile on your face as you were remembering it. That's how we automatically feel. So I said, I want to find out what's happening. So I talked to some mentors, and one of them was Bill Cheswick. He's one of the fathers of the firewall. He was the guy. So he was a Bell Labs, an innovator, innovated a ton of different things. One of them happened to be the network firewall. And he said to me, hey, I love to mentor, but I'm getting ready to retire and I'm going to be living on a farm. I'm going to have no access to anyone to mentor. I'm going to feel useless. I'm going to feel irrelevant. And so can you get me in front of some kids? So we got him in front of a couple of kids, and we thought we were going to be the only people that would be doing this, like 10 of us. And within 6 months, it went to 60 people, really high-level people who said, I want to mentor. Then 80, then 100. We had no idea. So when we incorporated, we thought this $547 is all we will ever need. And we operated for 2 years on $547.
Wow.
Because everyone volunteered. So then we started to get philanthropy. People saying, just like you said, oh, I donated and I felt so good. I made a difference. I made a change. We had that. And then we had the volunteering and the mentoring. So we found out that that stage of generativity is important. So if you're a student, you should be tapping into the generativity of all of those people in midlife and older. And you should know that you can start your own company with very little, and it can become an international success. The money isn't the thing that starts it; it's the ideas and
especially in the early stage. In the early stage of the company, it's all about
100%. I will tell you that when we started, I needed a lawyer, right? She would tell me, "Oh, don't do that. That was a terrible idea. Don't do that." Because I would come up with all these terrible ideas. And then she'd say, "No, no, no, do this." And we had, an engineer. We had somebody, who was an education specialist. We had somebody who was, a different kind of an engineer. We had an artist. So we had all of these people. This was not me doing any of this. It was all the mentors who were saying, "Oh, did you think of this? Did you do that?" And that's how we formed. So if you're thinking, "Oh, I'm overwhelmed because I think I have to do everything myself," you don't. You just need a bunch of mentors.
Absolutely, yeah, and you can drive innovation. Like I said, there are all you need because they have an idea and they're gonna grow. But it's how positive is to find a role model, someone that can share with you just stories and experiences. So someone that you can look at this as a young entrepreneur is can be the essence, can be the fuel that can get them to the next level. So
so your mentor should be really there, not just to do that, but to say, "Don't go do that. I've done that 500 times. That doesn't work. Don't go down that road. Go try this instead. This has worked." Because most people who are starting out, like when I was, you don't know what you don't know. And it's the person who's mentoring you who's able to say, "I know this. Let me help you. And your idea may be good, but here's how it could be better." Or talk to this other person, because maybe you have a grain of something that's going to work, but here's how it could work even better. So mentors are only going to be your help. They only want to see you succeed.
100%. So Deborah, if someone is in love with our conversation and want to know more about the project, they want to become a mentor. There's a lot of entrepreneurs follow the podcast. So how the process work? How can they find more about it?
So it's easy. Go to mentorproject.org and you'll see the website. And if you want to become a mentee, you click the button that says become a mentee and you'll fill out a form and you'll be set up with a mentor. If you
to be from anywhere from the world, right?
Anywhere in the world, anywhere. And if you are somebody who wants to get involved in either volunteering or philanthropy, we can use your help. And so just click the contact us button and we will be in touch with you. We're thrilled to meet everyone, and we respond to everyone's contact when they contact us.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Deborah. That was really powerful, your project. I really love it. And for all of you following the broadcast Entrepreneurs Are Leaders, in Spotify and Apple, see you in our next episode. How entrepreneurs like Deborah make business that make the world a better place. Bye for now.
Follow us for more on charismatic speaking, leadership, exponential business growth, branding, marketing, strategies designed to help you monetize your knowledge, find true happiness, and manifest your goals and dreams.